Disruption to my usual programming. I want to talk about YouTube and quitting. Everyone's doing it, so why can't I? I'm watching videos from Tom Scott and Rick Beato, who very much influenced this. I'm going to break the cardinal law of YouTube and tell you at the start, I can reveal to you the one secret in 2 parts of YouTube success and happy life. And that is, 1, have something you enjoy, and 2, enjoy making videos of it YouTube. That's it. Yeah, but Tim, that's obvious. Well, is it? I fell down a rabbit hole. All of these channels that offer hacks about how to make your channel better, they feed into that psychology of, oh, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? But there's videos on my channel that break all those rules and are the most popular videos. And I think a lot of it is snake oil and bullshit. I think one of the biggest problems for YouTubers and online creatives in general is sticking to a schedule you can't stick to, or a schedule that makes it into a grind. So like releasing a video every week or day or something like that. Also chasing after fads, which ironically this video is kind of one, though this is a regular reoccurrence on this platform. Chasing after an audience by making videos you don't really want to make, but the audience wants. I think that's the fastest way to get to alienation, also known as burnout. And it's not a good thing. But Tim, your channel's only 4 months old. Well, let me tell you a story. So although I might be the internet's biggest secret, I'm joking by the way, or partly joking, it seems to be everything I do stays underground. I have been the internet's biggest secret in other platforms as well. I've run a podcast called Radio Clash, a music podcast, since 2004, so it's coming up to 20th year. And so I know a fair bit about creating content online that is in it for the long run. And I've gone through these cycles of burnout and alienation and like, what am I doing this for? And is anyone listening? And at the end of the day, you have to do it because you love it, because you really enjoy what you do. And a lot of these hacks and ways to increase your audience, you end up with an audience you don't want, and an audience that doesn't really get you. It's better to have a smaller, loyal audience than a bigger audience who doesn't really care about you. I think that's the problem with these big YouTubers, is they have not forgotten that, but they've played into that game of, I need to be bigger, better, faster, stronger, bigger videos, bigger spectacles, but they don't really love what they do, or it's a job to them. And it kind of tends to come out in alienation and burnout. Whenever you have burnout, it usually means you're doing something you really don't want to do. As soon as it becomes work, again, that's a classic way of making it alienating. And I've felt it in the 4 months I've been running this channel, trying to chase that audience to try and get to that magical 1,000 subscribers. But to be honest, I get unhappy about some of the comments, but I need to just ignore those. It's very much about not focusing on numbers and comments. I mean, comments, as Rick Beato said, is about the person that's doing it. It's their shitty day, their attitude problem. And they're nearly always people who don't make videos themselves. And it's like, well, yeah, it's easy to criticize and say, oh, this should be like this, or, you're shit, when you're not actually adding anything positive to the platform. So, yeah. And just focus on what makes me happy making YouTube videos. And so that going forward probably would be less gear videos. I kind of warned that already. Although those kind of like bring in the people, those people aren't really interested in me or my camping trips. What I'm interested in is doing the artwork and trips. And so you will see more of those because they make me happy. And it's sad when a video you make gets kind of, 50 views or 100 views or something like that. But it's even worse when it's something that you didn't want to do in the first place. It's kind of aligning those goals. It's not like the videos on the channel, there are videos here that I absolutely didn't want to make. I don't think that's the case, because I was learning and I was, trying new things. You've got to fail to find out what works for you. But I think there's going to be less of those gear videos because, I'm getting aggro for them being too long or this or that or, oh, you're an idiot, And it's frankly not worth it, because I'm not here to shill gear. I've detailed in the last video about some of my issues with whole gear tube thing anyway. There is some shady stuff going on. You know, I'm here to share my art and share my trips. The gear videos are just a side hustle, really, and I don't get paid for them. So to all those small YouTubers out there, I think just keep doing what you love. I think the audience growth will be smaller, but I think you'll be happier with it, rather than going for an audience that might not really care about you. You just burn out in the end anyway. So anyway, if you like this video, I hope you enjoyed it, you find it useful. The YouTubers out there, like or subscribe to my videos. I won't talk about YouTube that much, but I talk about hiking and do my plein air artwork on hikes. That's what I do. You might enjoy this video about plein air art hiking here, or somewhere around here. I'll speak to you soon.